Happy Monday. Today is Monday, August 25th. Today we are going to be starting a new weekly vlog. So I wanted to start off this vlog having a little chit chat, a little catch up, a little chance for me to just kind of tell you guys what's been going on, kind of what's been on my mind, what I've been thinking, and kind of where we're going to go from here. So I have been finding it hard in the last several weeks, couple months, finding my excitement and finding my joy with YouTube and filming and really honestly everything, writing, reading. This year things have changed a lot, especially when it comes to my reading, and I feel like I have not been reading as much as I have in years past, and that has kind of thrown me off. I have had kind of a roller coaster year with my writing. Some months have been really good and some months have been not so good, which logically I know is normal. But I feel like over the last couple months I have just been kind of unsure about everything, and so I thought that I would start off this vlog just kind of catching up, talking to you guys about what that looks like and how I've been feeling, and how I have kind of decided to move forward. So this year, as far as YouTube goes, I started off the year really good, really strong. I made the switch to AuthorTube last October and everything went really well. I made that switch perfectly in time for like Preptober and Nano month. Most people didn't do Nano last year. Most people did some iteration of it. I did the rough draft challenge. That was all great. I have had much more success with my videos, a lot more engagement and views and new followers. My follower count has grown exponentially since I made that switch. All of those things are great. For me, I think I have been having a hard time figuring out what it is that I actually want to do here, what I want this space to be. I find myself playing the comparison game a lot, and not even necessarily when it comes to like subscriber count or views. It's more just about the content itself. I follow a lot of AuthorTubers here on YouTube. I found so many friends to follow, and I love watching everybody's content and everybody's videos. It can be hard to not compare, your channel, your content to other people's channels and content, and I think that's totally normal. But I think some of those thoughts and that comparison has been kind of weighing on me in the last couple of months. I have been trying to push myself to do different things. I have tried different things, tried different types of videos, tried different posting schedules. For a little bit there, I was doing daily vlogs, which I actually really enjoyed. I just don't think that I'm in a season of life where that's sustainable. And I find myself watching all these different AuthorTubers and thinking, oh, I want to try that, oh, I want to try this, oh, I want to do that. And then when my videos in my mind are not as good as the original I saw or as others that I have seen, it's discouraging, and it makes me not want to post at all. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that comparison game and tell myself that my videos aren't good or that my content isn't good and lose that motivation and lose my love for YouTube, because I do honestly love posting on YouTube. I've been posting on and off here on YouTube for years now, and I think I am finally now just coming to the realization that I need to stop worrying about everybody else. I need to stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and about everybody else's content and everybody else's aesthetic, and just worry about myself and what I can do and what I enjoy doing and what brings me joy and what my purpose is here on YouTube. For me, it's not about making this a full-time job. It's not about having hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers. It's not about becoming an influencer or having sponsorships and partnerships. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, and sure, those things would be great, but that's not what I'm actively working towards. If it for it to happen, great, but that's not my goal. So I have taken some time to really sit down and figure out what is my goal. If that's not my goal, then what is my goal? And I've realized that my goals are kind of twofold. One is to share my writing journey. I feel like that's another thing. I feel like my writing journey looks a little bit different than most people's, because I feel like most people are picking one project or working on one project and sticking to that one project and showing the process from start to finish. And I have done a little bit of that, but I do also tend to jump around and I work on different projects. And, this vlog, I might be talking about, this book, but in the next vlog, I'm talking about something completely different and a whole new project. And I tend to do that a lot. And I think I just need to accept that about myself, that is just how I work best. That is when I write best as far as word count. That is when I feel the most productive, the most energized. That is when I feel the most excited about writing, is when I'm jumping from project to project, which really shouldn't surprise me because that's how I am with literally everything in life. I like variety. So I have accepted that about myself in other areas of life. That is how I work every day. That is how I read. I have like 30 books going at any given time, and I am jumping between all of those books. So if I accept that about myself in every other area of life, why can't I accept that about myself when it comes to my writing also? So I need to, again, stop comparing myself to other people and thinking, well, that's not how other people do it, or other people are focusing on one project at a time. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. This is my channel, and this is how I am choosing to present my writing journey. Like I said, that is one of my primary goals of having this channel, is to just share that writing journey with you guys, and with anyone who happens to come across these videos. Anybody who maybe is writing their own books or working on their own projects, who wants to follow along with other writers, but also as a video diary, I guess. I want to have these videos to look back on someday. I love looking back on old videos from throughout the years. One of the first videos I remember posting was in like 2016, 2017. I love looking back at all those old videos, seeing the different apartments we've lived in, seeing when we bought our first house, seeing all of our Disney trips, seeing people who are no longer with us. There are videos with my mother-in-law in them who's no longer with us, my husband's grandmother who's no longer with us, Boston, our dog, who passed away earlier this year, my nieces and nephews who we don't see as often are in a lot of those videos. So just a lot of things, getting to see all the different chapters of our life. I vlogged for a lot of COVID, and so I like having those to go back and look on. And so that honestly is the biggest goal for me, is just capturing all of the different seasons of our lives, all the different chapters of our lives. And a year and a half ago, I had a job that I hated, and I was under so much stress and pressure, and it was a really toxic work environment. And now, a year and a half later, I have a job that I love, that I look forward to coming to. I have a boss who is amazingly supportive. I love my coworkers. Again, one of my goals for this, or the biggest goal, I guess, are the two biggest goals: capturing my writing journey, but also capturing my life. And I have come to the realization that I love filming weekly vlogs. I love filming. I am most happy and I enjoy filming the most when I film all areas of my life, not just focusing on writing. The times that I have done vlogs that are just specific to writing, I don't enjoy filming them as much. I like showing you guys my day. I like talking about my day. I like showing what I'm doing at work, or what we're doing on any given weekend, or talking about where we are in Nick's kidney journey, or showing clips of our nieces and nephews when we get to see them, whatever the case is. I like showing everything. I like encompassing everything. And sometimes I tell myself that I shouldn't be doing that, because it's repetitive, or because my life isn't exciting enough, or because other people aren't showing like daily life. Other people are focusing more specifically on their writing. Other people aren't jumping from project to project to project. And just again doing that comparison thing. And I realized that I can't do that. I need to just focus on what I enjoy doing, on the content I enjoy making, and on those two goals for this channel. And if people watch, great, and if they don't, fine. Again, I don't need 1 million, subscribers. I don't need my videos to have 50,000 views, that's not the point of all of this. So all of that to say that moving forward, I am going to go back to the weekly vlog model that I had been doing for a while. I mentioned a while ago that I was going to stop doing that because it was getting repetitive and I felt like my videos were kind of the same thing every week. And I've come to a point where I think I'm just going to brace that. I'm going to brace that we have a set routine in our lives and we have a set schedule. Part of that is my husband has a chronic illness, and we do a lot of the same things all the time because that's what works with his illness and that's what works with his medications, and tends to have a lot of anxiety, and so having a set routine helps calm that anxiety for him. So that is why a lot of our lives is set in the same routine. We also both have full-time set hour jobs, so of course that in itself is going to create a schedule and a routine and a rhythm for our lives. And so instead of worrying about the repetitiveness and worrying about whether our lives are exciting or not, I am just going to embrace what our lives actually are and what it is that I want to do on this channel. And like I said, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully you guys will want to watch, and if you don't, that's totally fine. Like I said, I enjoy going back and watching these vlogs either way, and hopefully there will be an audience of people who do enjoy watching these, and I will show you guys the exciting things as they come up. Like I said, we're going to be going to Disneyland next weekend. We have family in town this week. Eventually Nick is going to have a transplant, and we'll have all the excitement around that. And who knows, that could be here in Nevada, it could be in Arizona. And once that happens, then we'll be going on bigger vacations again, and I'll get to bring you guys along for those. And hopefully in the meantime, I will write some books, and I will get some projects done. I will work on some different things. But again, I'm tired of trying to put myself into this box or trying to change the kind of content that I enjoy doing. And that is honestly easiest for me, just to kind of go along with the crowd or go along with everybody else, or what I think everybody else is doing or what I should be doing. I'm tired of doing that. So yeah, I think that is enough for our little chat here this Monday morning. I thought that I would start off this new vlog letting you guys know what's going on and how I've been feeling and why I have not had as many videos lately. Again, because I just have been telling myself that I needed to do all of the things other than what I knew that I wanted to do, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So that's not to say that every single video that I post from here on out is going to be a weekly vlog. I might have weekend vlogs, I might have day in the lives, I may occasionally do like a writing specific vlog. I do enjoy doing the challenge videos, so there probably will be some of those. I still want to do library days, and I would love to eventually check out some coffee shops around town and maybe do like day in the lives with those. I will also focus on my VA job sometimes and on Nick's transplant journey, but on the whole, most of my videos probably will be weekly vlogs, and I would just bring you guys along through my life, through all the things that we have going on, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and want to stick around. So yeah, I'm going to end this little chat segment here, so you can kind of see the van right here. It's a little bit of orange truck right there. That is our mobile clinic that we have here today, which I'm really excited about. So that is why I am here so early today. Yeah, so I showed you the little clip of the mobile clinic that we have here at work. I have been here at work. It is about 6:30 now. I have been here since about 5:15. We have that big van that I showed in the clip before that is set up. We have about I think about 15 employees set up for scheduled appointments throughout the day to go into the clinic and have a variety of appointments done. Some of them are having labs, some are having their annual wellness checks, Some are doing like sick visits and some are doing mammograms. Very excited. This is the first time that this company that I'm working for now has had this event. I have done this event for previous companies that I have worked for, and they turn out really well, and I'm very happy with the turnout that we have had for this first go around. Like I said, it is about 6:28 right now. Our building technically doesn't open until 6:30. It gets locked up and closed every night, I think at 6:30 p.m. So from 6:30 to 6:30 the building is all locked down, the admin building. We do have an inpatient unit next door that is always open because obviously there are about 30 patients there at any given time, but our admin building does get locked down every night. So the admin building should be opening up here in a couple minutes, and I will head inside. But like I said, I have been here since 5:15, and it was an early morning this morning. I got up around 4:30, quickly straightened my hair out, got dressed, and drove on over. The great thing about coming over that early is that there was virtually no traffic, and I got to watch the sunrise, which is awesome. So I brought a little protein coffee with me. I have some water with me. And so yeah, we are going to get a new week starting off the week busy. This is a busy week. We have this event going on today. We also have a meeting today, I think at 8:30 or 9:30, about some updates with our affiliation with the new company, with our boss. It's like a need to know kind of update meetings. We have that. Tomorrow we have a lunch scheduled for my coworker's birthday. Wednesday we have an event at church. I don't know if there's anything on Thursday. Friday is my coworker's actual birthday, so we're going to decorate her office and things. And then this coming weekend, our family is in town, or my husband's family is in town. My father-in-law, mother-in-law, and some of our nieces and nephews are in town. This is going to be not Memorial Day, but Labor Day weekend. So it's going to be a busy weekend in Vegas, I'm sure. And then next Wednesday, we leave for California to go to Disneyland with my coworker, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, a lot of different things going on this week that I'm very excited about. We have started getting ready for Disneyland. We went and bought some new things this weekend. If you've watched any of my Disneyland like packing vlogs before, you know that I always have a basket that I put things in. I start putting things in like the week or two before our trip, and so I started that. So yeah, the sun has officially come up and it is starting to like blind me, so I am going to head inside here in a second. As far as writing goes, I am still working on Project Motorcycle, which I put up a vlog about, or a 24-hour writing vlog about. That'll have been 2 weeks ago, I think, by the time you see this. 2 or 3 weeks by the time you see this. I'm still working on that. I think that is going to be what I work on this week. Who knows, I may decide to jump around throughout the week, but that is going to be my goal as of today. I have a bunch of books that I'm reading, some audiobooks that I'm reading. If you want to hear about those, go check out my Instagram. I will tag them down below. I have been doing more posts about what I'm currently reading, so I will put those up there so you can see that. And yeah, I'm gonna head inside because the sun is officially up and is blinding me now, and we will get to work for the day. Okay, I'm in my office now. Like I said, that mobile clinic is here today. They're here all day, so I will probably be going back and forth between our auxiliary lot where they are parked and my office, just checking on them, making sure people are showing up like they're supposed to be. We have little meal cards for them, so I'm gonna get them those. And yeah, I'm just gonna get settled for the day. Like, it's Monday, so I like to have my to-do list ready for the day, check out my calendar, just kind of set my game plan for the week. And yeah, I think I've shown you guys that kind of process enough that I probably won't show that. I'll probably check back in later on today, maybe around lunchtime. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I do hope that you guys enjoy these weekly vlogs and like getting to see these kind of behind the scenes and like just like intimate looks at my life and my day to day. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have any ideas for things you would like to see in weekly vlogs, or any challenge ideas or other types of videos that I could do. I'm totally open to doing other videos, but I think my core will be weekly vlogs, like I said. So yeah, I'm gonna dive right into work, get myself set up for a successful week. I hope you guys have a happy Monday and a great week. morning, guys. It is Wednesday now. I have not updated since Monday. I don't think I updated yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty busy day at work. We had my lunch, or not my lunch, but we had a lunch for my coworker. And then I had a bunch of projects and stuff that I needed to work on. We got my coworker's office decorated for her birthday, and it is Wednesday now. It is 5:30. Dobby woke me up around 4:30, and I decided to just stay up. It has been a while since I have been up this early. In 2024 and most of 2025, I was really good about getting up early. I was getting up between 4:30 and 5:20 regularly, basically every day, even on the weekends, and I have kind of fallen out of that a little bit, but I have been trying to just kind of go with the flow and go with what it felt like my body needed at the time. And I felt like I wasn't getting very good sleep when I was getting up that early, so I took a little break from that, but I would like to try to get back to it. So this morning I got up to let Dobby out, and I didn't feel too exhausted, probably because it was only half an hour, earlier than what I usually kind of get up around. So I felt pretty good. I felt pretty awake. So I figured, why not just stay up? So it's been about an hour now. I have my coffee. I have already done my Bible study and prayer time for the morning. That's one thing. Happy Wednesday. I hope you had a good Wednesday wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And yeah, let's get right into the day.
You guys see me looking aside, it's because I'm looking at my youngest in the baby monitor. And she's talking to someone.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So it is Wednesday now. I think I updated this morning. I'm pretty sure I did. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the AC. It is too hot to be driving without the AC on. It is Tuesday. It is just after 4. I am on my way home. We have an event at church tonight, so I'm heading home to pick Nick up, so we can go run and grab something to eat real quick before we head to church. We have a worship night, basically a concert tonight. So yeah, I got as much work done earlier in the day as I could, and wrapped everything up early so that I could head out a little bit earlier than usual. Usually I'll work until about 4:20, 4:30, but I dipped out early today so that we could get to this event. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the book that I'm reading. If you know me, you will know that I love anything having to do with true crime. I listen to a bunch of true crime podcasts and watch all the documentaries, and have read a lot of nonfiction true crime books. I'm just kind of fascinated by all of it, and it's definitely like a morbid curiosity kind of thing. I know a lot of people are into true crime also. I feel like you either get it or you don't. But I'm listening to this book called Murderland by Caroline Fraser. So it's called Murderland: Crime and Bloodlust in the Time of Serial Killers, and it's so interesting. It is basically about the Pacific Northwest and the huge uptick in serial killers and murders and violent crimes, mainly specifically in the Pacific Northwest, but she does kind of talk about all over the U.S. From the 60s through the 80s, the time of like Ted Bundy and the Green River Killer and BGK and all of those like really well-known serial killers. Many of them happened in the Pacific Northwest, or were from the Pacific Northwest and eventually made their way to other places in the country. And the whole book is basically her, like all the research she's done, all of the experts and like specialists and people that she's talked to, and correlating the like World War I and like the abundance of chemicals and lead during like the industrial revolution, and about all of the lead being pumped into the air and like dumped into like the ground and the groundwater and all the things in that area at that time. And not she talks a lot about lead, but there's other chemicals as well, like arsenic and just a bunch of others, and how so many people at that time were getting sick and kids were being born ill and with different disabilities and deformities. And she just kind of correlates all of that and kind of talks about this theory that it could be all of this that led to these like mentally ill, psychotic, sociopathic, whatever the proper term is for each of them, men, and how it led to a lot of domestic violence and just like mental illness. And obviously back then mental illness wasn't really like diagnosed or properly taken care of, especially in men. And just all these different things that could have led to this huge uptick in violent crimes and this like huge boom of serial killers in that time, especially in that area. And it's just been really interesting to listen to. I've been listening to the audiobook and reading the ebook. I've been kind of going back and forth between the two, but I'm really enjoying it. This was a recommendation, I think, off of My Favorite Murder, which is a podcast that I listen to. My coworkers and I are all really into true crime, so we actually have like an Excel spreadsheet where we will all add different podcasts, not just true crime. A lot of it is true crime, but me and one of my coworkers are really into history, so there are some history podcasts, like historical podcasts that we'll put on there. There's some like pop culture ones, and because I'm me, there's some Disney ones on there, and some like motivational self-help ones, but the majority of them are like true crime. But we have like different tabs for podcasts, and then there's a list where we recommend each other different books, and then there's one for like documentaries and movies and TV shows. So it's a lot of fun getting to like recommend those all to each other and then like talking to each other about them. So yeah, I think this one, like I said, was recommended off of My Favorite Murder. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think about 50% of the way in. So I thought I would tell you guys about that in case anyone else is a murderino or like a true crime junkie too. Yeah, so I have been listening to a few other books. I feel like I don't do like reading updates on here that often anymore. If you don't know, before I made the switch to AuthorTube, my YouTube was primarily a BookTube account, so I did a lot of book reviews and like reading blogs and that kind of thing. Get myself like back, kind of out of the like reading slump that I've been in this year, and can get myself back into reading the way I was like last year and in previous years. I maybe occasionally do like a reading specific blog, but I figure right now I might as well, why not like include a few little like reading updates and reviews. So I'm reading that. I also just finished 2 different books about like cadavers and the like profession of being like a medical examiner or a what's the word? I can't think of the word. Like a criminal investigator. I can't think of the word. Like the person who goes and investigates when there's been a murder. They look at the clues and all the stuff. There's a word for it, and I cannot think of what it is. But those people, I actually read 2 different books that were kind of about the same thing. One was called Stiff. I forget who the author is. I will link them down below. What is called Stiff, it is about they're both kind of about the same thing, so I might be confusing them. But one is like written by an actual medical examiner, and her like journey to becoming a medical examiner, and so like the different courses she had to take and the different like cases she worked on. And then the other book is called I think it's actually called Cadavers something. There's like a second like subtitle or like subheading. I can't think of what it is. I'll link them down below. But both are basically about like dead bodies and that kind of thing. Both are nonfiction. I just finished those. Those got a little bit kind of too scientific for me, but they were good. There were definitely some parts that were interesting. And what else? I think that's it. I've been trying to finish these last few books for a while. So once I finish this one, I will hop into something new and I'll give you guys another review. But yeah, I am heading home now. Like I said, I'm gonna grab Nick. We're gonna grab some dinner, and then I will show you guys a little bit of our event tonight, and then I will check back in with you all tomorrow. Back inside this roaring waves, I know a name that can empty out a grave. I know a name. Yes, I wanna bless the Lord. Everything that has breath, praise the Lord. I'll witness your faithfulness. I've seen you bring life with. So pour out my praise today. You're worthy, God, you're worthy of all the praise. Your promises never fail. I've got stories I live to tell. So pour out my praise and give your word. We are back for like car chronicles apparently, because I only ever update when I'm in my car. It is Thursday. It's Thursday now. It is 4:15. I am on my way home. I have been feeling pretty good today. Yesterday, I was feeling pretty good. I woke up early and got some stuff done. And then we went to that event at church last night, which was awesome. I think I put a few clips of that in. And then today, woke up to a stormy, cloudy, overcast kind of day, which is my favorite kind of day. I honestly think I'm really starting to realize, I think I mentioned this. Yeah, I mentioned this in the Discord server, that I really feel like I have like the opposite of seasonal depression. Like typically people get depressed in like the winter months when it's dark a lot of the time, the days are shorter, it's like overcast a lot of times, it's cold, rainy, all the things, and that can oftentimes cause people to be depressed. And I think I'm the opposite. I hate the summer. I hate the heat. I don't really like summer like activities. If I had to choose between like going to the beach and going like to the mountains, I would rather go to the mountains. And I just feel like the closer we get to the end of August and now into September and into like the fall months and the burn months and the whole fall aesthetic and like into winter and all the things. They have like the meme that says like Mariah Carey is thawing because like her big song is like a Christmas song. So come like September, October, she's starting to thaw to be ready for Christmas. I feel like that's me. I feel like I'm starting to thaw and I'm like coming into my like peak season or like my perfect time of the year. And like the burr month, this the fall time is when I'm like thriving. And I really think that is like honestly the case for me. Now that I'm thinking about like my whole life really, I have always hated the summer. I've always hated the heat. I feel like I always have less energy in the summer. I have less motivation in the summer. I feel less creative in the summer. And I think just everything about the fall months and like the winter months work for me. Like I like the cold. That's not true. I don't love being cold, but I like that I can just put on extra layers. I love fall clothes. I like a cozy blanket and cozy socks. I love hot chocolate, coffee, all the things. I much prefer being cold and like having to do things to warm up then being hot and like not really being able to do much about it. I think just all of those things, a combination of all those things just work for me, and I'm starting to realize that these are the months when I thrive. So I think I really need to like lean into that and embrace that and accept and like understand that pattern, and or I guess recognize, I should say, that pattern, and see that that has been the case for a long time and I'm just not realizing it at 37 years old. But anyways, so long story short, I am feeling good. I feel like I've had good energy the past couple of days. I've gotten a lot of things done at work. Yesterday was productive as far as getting the rest of my notes into Dabble, and I've got another book to read, like a comic book to read, and watching some like craft videos on YouTube and reading some craft books. I downloaded The Anatomy of Story from the library and have been reading that. I've been really enjoying the audiobook that I've been listening to. I told you about that, I think, either earlier today or yesterday. And I'm just feeling really good about everything that I am doing. And I think that I'm going to go home tonight and... Oh, actually, that's what I was going to say. I found this video talking about YouTube. I came across a video that Mel Robbins did. I love Mel Robbins. I think a lot of her videos really speak to me, and I find a lot of value in them. And I just like her as a person and like her personality, and I always like listen to her podcast and watch her videos. So anyways, I found a video, or her latest video on YouTube, where she reviews or talks to a musical artist. I forget his name now. I will link the video down below, but I didn't watch the whole video. I started to watch it and I realized that there was going to be things that I wanted to like make note of and write down. So I'm going to rewatch it tonight and take some notes. But the whole video was talking about like creativity and what like stops our creativity and what stops us from being creative, and what does creativity really mean. And they talk about like disconnecting your creativity from expectations, whether they're your own expectations or the expectations of others, like lowering the stakes, and how you can be creative just for the sake of being creative. It doesn't always have to be about the output, and it doesn't always have to be about what the final product. I'm going through a tunnel, by the way, that's why you cannot see me, I just realized. Hey guys, welcome to another round of Car Chronicles, because again, we are in the car. It is Friday now. It is about 4:30. I'm on my way home. It has been a good day. I didn't get anything done as far as writing goes, and I didn't last night either after I updated. Working on that workers' comp that I needed to do took a little bit longer than I originally expected, and then I finished a book that I had been reading. But today has been a good day. Otherwise, I was able to sit in a story time, a group chat that we do in our Discord server, which was a lot of fun. And then there was just 3 of us in our HR office today. It is a long weekend, it is Labor Day weekend. So like everybody else in the building was gone by like 2 p.m. And it was just us and our IT who were still there. So we had a good, like, slow, quiet day. I was able to get a lot of stuff finished up. I'm trying to wrap up as much as I can. 1, because it's a long weekend, and then 2, because I'm only working on Tuesday next week, because we will then be in Disneyland, which I'm super excited about. Actually, I'm just now realizing that what I just said is not true. I completely forgot that last night I started reading The Hating Game, which I'm kind of reading as like a comic book for the new for Project Motorcycle that I'm working on. And in reading that, and I started reading The Anatomy of a Story, and just different things that I've been doing, I was able to write a little over 200 words. I think I wrote like 207 words, but it was the first like little bit of Project Motorcycle that I actually drafted, so that's pretty exciting. I think I'm not like totally in love with how it's starting. I feel like the first like sentence or like a couple sentences maybe aren't quite strong enough or like attention grabbing yet, but obviously that can come later on in, you know, revising and editing. But I'm happy that I have finally officially started drafting, which I wasn't expecting to do because I haven't sat down and like outlined and plotted like I wanted to, but I am happy nonetheless. So yeah, I am going to get home. I'm going to pick up Nick. We're going to head out to dinner. We have a busy weekend this weekend. My in-laws are coming into town for the long weekend, and they're bringing some of our nieces and nephews with them. And we're meeting up with my brother-in-law to see our other nieces and nephews. So we're going to be around like 7 or 8 kids this weekend, plus my in-laws. So we have a lot going on top of running some errands and doing some different things to get ready for our trip to California next weekend. So yeah, I will bring you guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and continue this vlog on through the weekend. I would like to try to get some more done, maybe some plotting, outlining done. I don't know if it'll be tonight. I may try to get up tomorrow morning and have one of my like slow, quiet mornings before the dogs and the husband wake up. So if I do that, I would definitely show you guys some of that, and we'll have a slow, quiet little morning together. Welcome back. It is Saturday now. It is about 7 a.m. I slept in a little bit longer than I originally wanted to. Dobby usually wakes me up around 5:30, but today he didn't. So I am up now. As you can see, I am the noise you hear in the background is my Keurig. I'm getting my coffee made. I'm gonna grab some water. I also want to grab a lighter because I got a new candle that I'm going to be using in my office that I'm really excited about. Nick is up and just kind of getting himself ready for the day and doing his usual Saturday morning thing. I'm going to get my coffee ready and go upstairs and hang out in my office a little bit and do some plotting. So I will bring you guys along for a little quiet morning. Okay guys, so this is the candle that I got from Bath & Body Works yesterday. They have a new line called Book Loft, and of course I had to get it. So I love the little like candle like wrapper thing. There's a bunch of books on it, some glasses. Yeah, I think it's super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and light that. This will be my new candle for when I am in here working. This room is a mess. I definitely need to clean it up, but yeah, I'm gonna light this and have a nice little quiet Saturday morning. Okay, guys, I completely forgot to wrap up this vlog. It is actually Tuesday now, so I think I captured a little bit of yesterday. It was a fun day. I went to the Adventure Dome, which is an indoor amusement park here with our eldest niece, and we had a bunch of fun riding the rides. Although I'm super sore today, I'm definitely too old for those kinds of rides now because I woke up this morning so sore. But still, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, we had a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Oh, I did get a lot of done writing wise. I am almost basically completely done with my like full project outline for Project Motorcycle, which I'm very excited about. I got that done, almost all of it, over the weekend. I have a little bit left of Act 3 to finish, and then I will be done, and I will be ready to break down those or that full outline to break it down into chapter outlines, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited about the progress I have made in the last few days. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. The next vlog that you will see from me will be our Disney vlog. I think I'm going to just do one like mega travel vlog, one mega Disneyland vlog. So I'll show you guys our travel day tomorrow. I'll show you some clips from Thursday when we're actually in the park. I don't know that it'll be a full like immersive vlog because we're gonna be with my coworker and her family and her son, and I don't like vlogging other people's children if they're not comfortable with it, and I don't want to have a camera in their face the whole day while they're trying to enjoy the park. So I'll show you guys kind of b-roll clips of what we're doing and the rides we're getting on, and just kind of bring you along on our day that way, and then show you guys our travel back on Friday. And so next week's vlog will be a fun Disneyland vlog, and then after that we'll jump into more writing and fall content. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys always hanging around and engaging with all my vlogs and being so supportive. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming along on this writing journey with me and on your support as I continue on with vlogging my weekly vlogs like I talked about earlier in the vlog. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below what you're working on, how you're doing. I love hearing from you guys and hearing all that you guys have going on, so let me know down below, and we will talk down there, and I will see you guys in the next one.